My name is Alyssa, and every Friday I like to share my budget using YNAB. If you can hear my dog, he just randomly decided to go crazy all of a sudden. Brandon, come here. Let's show them. Do you want to meet the viewers? I'm actually filming this on Thursday because I have a work conference thing all weekend, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just start getting into our budget. So first I want to say this is me and my husband's checks combined. Mine is like 800 something. His is like, it's usually like right around 1200, but this month he gets a $600 uniform bonus because he's in the military and they do that once a year. That's why we have more money than usual. So groceries, I went to Costco and I spent more than I planned to. But honestly, like, I grabbed a few extra things like these dumplings and honey, and what else did I get? I got some jelly, just like very few random things because I was trying to like not buy random stuff because at Costco it gets expensive because, oh god, what did I do? But anyway, if I hadn't got those things I probably wouldn't have overspent, at least for what I thought I would spend on groceries. And then my sundry category, I planned on just buying toilet paper and paper towels, and that was really all. But I ran out of my mouthwash right before I went, so I bought mouthwash and I bought toothpaste because we were low, and I bought deodorant, and I think that's all. But as you know, at a bulk place that ends up costing more than you were ready for, so I overspent in that way. And then eating out, we ordered from Pizza Hut. This month we are planning on not eating out much, which, let's see, we spent like $200 on eating out, but oh well, what are you gonna do? I think, let's see, how much did we spend on eating out the month before? So we spent $240. So we spent $50 less than we did the month before. So I'll take it as a win. Okay, back to overspending. Uniforms, we clearly overspent quite a bit, but that's because my husband's boots, I budgeted $200 for them. They ended up being like $285, and then he had to buy a few more things, and then $96.30 of that is for me because my feet have been killing me at work and at my serving job. So I used to buy my work shoes like every 6 months, and I used to be very good about it. But I don't think I replaced my shoes in like maybe a year and a half. So it was definitely time. I just was putting it off because I kind of don't want to have to be a server. So I'm always like, oh, I don't need to buy more shoes. I don't want to buy more pants. Like one day I won't be a server. But for now I am, and I need to accept that. And it's not even that I'm like upset about it. Like, I don't have to be a server. It's just nice to have the money right now. So anyway, I changed that category just now from home decor to home because I often find that I'll buy like random, like a baking dish or something. I don't really know where to put it, but it would go in home in my eyes. Another thing that I bought at Costco, probably one of the only things that I bought that was like extra random that I maybe shouldn't have, was a silicone muffin pan because I've really been wanting one for like a couple months because I made a few like egg bite muffins before, but I had to use muffin paper or whatever the word is. So I know that a silicone pan would be much better for that. But all of the overspending is covered. The last thing that I want to do right now is I've been slowly adding $150, well, $75 each paycheck. But my husband and I have happened to be getting paid the same weeks. But now I'm fully caught up on my credit card, so that feels very good. The next thing I'm going to do is cover our bills until the 15th. So if you're new here, I cover my bills with my husband's paychecks. So right around the 1st and right around the 15th, he gets paid, and I budget out our money. Oh, I should move this. Oop. Okay. And then, okay. So he won't be getting paid till the 15th again. It'll actually probably be like right before the 15th. I'm not sure when. So, but anyway, I will do that. Then I'm gonna budget my fun money. Okay, well, before I do that, my dog, I have to board him while I'm at my work conference thing. And I thought it was only going to be 2 nights, but it's actually 3, so it's going to be right around $150. So that's good there for him. Okay, so since it's still February, I'm just going to budget it right now, and then like when it flips over to March, I'll probably take it out and add it to March. I don't really know why, but that's how it works for my brain. I'm actually going to budget $50 this week for myself, because at that conference, our breakfasts are paid for, and 1 lunch and 1 dinner. So I basically have to pay for 1 lunch. I guess that's really all I have to pay for. So maybe $50 is a little extra. I'll just still budget the $50, because supposedly they're going to have things to buy. So maybe there'll be a t-shirt or something I like. I don't really know. I've never been to one, so. I'm going to top off my registration just so it's green. This is where it's tricky, because my husband, at this point, I've been mentioning that he's going to leave for a few weeks for training, or leave in a few weeks, but whatever. We're here now, and the problem is, sometimes when he's at trainings, he can basically not spend money, and then other times he can, and usually when he can, he kind of goes a little overboard, which is like understandable, because it's like one of the only sources of happiness he has. But like, and it's not anything crazy. Like last time he ended up buying like, it was like he'd go and buy like a cheeseburger every day, because otherwise they have to eat at the chow hall, and it was like $15 every day for a cheeseburger, which, I mean, in the grand scheme of life is not that much, which is why I'm like, okay, get your $15 cheeseburger. That's what makes you happy right now. But the problem is I don't know what he can do right now. He said that there is food to buy, but he is going to try not to buy it, which is what he says every time, which is also what I say every time. I'm like, oh, I'm going to save money. I'm not going to spend. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm going to budget $50, which is more than we've been doing. We've been doing 20 because we're trying to pay our taxes. But I want to just make sure that I at least have something to go for when he is there. So I'm going to come back to March. Well, I'll go to my weekly thing. So usually I budget $20 a week for him to get his hair cut. But once again, sometimes he gets his hair cut when he's gone and sometimes he doesn't. Or like he does, but it's not every week. And so I'm just going to go ahead and budget that 20. And if he doesn't spend it, then great. And if I need more, then okay. Gas, I just filled up and I don't foresee myself needing to get gas again. Although I had been kind of budgeting gas for like 2 weeks. So I think adding 15 in should be plenty for me. Groceries, I went to Costco. I'm like plenty covered in meat. I'm covered with 4 meat, whatever. There's no way to phrase that. That's not weird. I bought some frozen veggies too. I have a ton of rice and potatoes. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna put 30 just to be safe, but all I might need to buy is like milk and like, I don't know, that's really all I can imagine myself needing to buy, but I'm sure I'll find something I think I need to buy in between then. Sundries, I'm definitely covered. I'm just even gonna go ahead and snooze that. Oh, I can't because it's not March yet. Eating out. This is where it gets tricky for me because when my husband is gone, I also have, he has his own little spending issue of like buying a cheeseburger every day. But I also I'm like definitely an emotional spender. And so for like my fun money, I'm going to try very hard to not go wherever I think I need to go, like TJ Maxx or something. Because I usually just go because I'm bored and I want to do something and get out of the house. But the same thing goes for eating out. Usually, like, it's hard enough to cook for 2 people, let alone 1. Although I bought these, this isn't sponsored, obviously, but they're called Super Cubes, like SOUPER cubes. And they're these little silicone freezer cube things, and they have different sizes, and you can freeze your food in there, and like they're very perfectly portioned. Obviously you don't need those things to freeze your food. Like you could easily do the same thing with like a Ziploc bag. But I've like been kind of pre-freezing things like rice and soup and chili and stuff, because if I don't plan ahead, I will probably just eat McDonald's every day or like not, and I'll just eat like crackers because I don't feel like cooking. But this time around I have my frozen things. I bought a few like kind of more convenient foods to get. So all that to say, eating out. I want to be realistic with myself and know that I will eat out. I just don't want to go crazy. And usually the other thing is like if I start something, then I get in the habit of doing it. So I'm going to do 25. And with that, I can probably eat out like twice. Eating or entertainment. Well, I've been wanting to go to the movies and using my AMC stubs that I pay for. So, and when I go to the movies, I have to get popcorn. Like I would rather, there have been times where I was too broke to buy popcorn at the movies, and I would rather just not go than not buy popcorn. So I'm going to put 15 because I don't really remember how much it costs, but we got this like special popcorn bucket for the year thing. I don't really know, but that gives me money for that. Then I'm gonna also fill up this uniform because that was underfunded. I'm in the underfunded area. I'm gonna do that because my husband will likely randomly have to buy stuff. So this is covered. Garden, I just made that category. I want to plant a garden. I have several things. Maybe I'll film it just because I'm bored and want to document things, I guess. So I need to buy some seeds. And I have some seeds, so I'm just going to put 20 because I don't really know how much they are. But I think when I went and looked, they were like maybe $3 a pack. So that should be fine. The rest of this I'm good for now. Because like I said, we're trying to pay off our taxes. So then all of this is good for my dog. He's covered. Also, don't be alarmed about this baby category. I'm not pregnant. But, or this payoff car. I'm just going to hide that because I don't have. I'm like, I know some YNABers are like never changing their budget. But I'm someone that's always adding categories and like, oh, maybe I want to do this. Maybe I want to do that. One of them, I know that in the next few years, my husband and I would like to have a baby. So I suddenly started thinking of how much that is. And babies need things. So it's like, okay, maybe we'll start a baby category and add money to it. But currently I need to add money to taxes. So that's not actually a worry right now. But same with the car insurance in full. And my dream is to be able to pay my car insurance like for a whole year or 6 months or whatever. But right now it's not a concern. So my main concerns are the taxes. So this is good. This is good. And then my cousin's wedding. We already bought our flight. So I'm going to start just like, right now I'm just going to budget half just to make me feel good. So and what's that, like 30, whatever. I'm not gonna try to do math. Okay, so that feels good that those are all halfway funded for the month. And I still have $720 federal. I'll do the same. I'll do so I still have plenty. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do, because if there's anything that I am worried about, like making sure I keep up with funding for Christmas, it's us being able to get flights. So I'm gonna do $1,000 for Christmas. 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 $1,000 So I'm going to go ahead and budget half for that. The rest I don't fully worry about right now. I'll also fund that. And okay, let's go back to sinking funds. See, I might as well fund our birthdays because it is close. Well, not really. My husband's is in July. Mine's in October. So, but at least it's something. Might as well fund YNAB. Because why not? Then I'll do gifts. In March, I may be going to my dad's for his birthday, so I'll probably bring him something. I'll go ahead and, well, I'll do half because that makes me feel better. And okay, that feels good enough for like a few sinking funds that I don't need right now. So I'll go ahead and put in my, oh, I did it backwards, didn't I? The rest of my federal. So that feels very good because I don't work this weekend because, well, I work Sunday. So it feels good knowing that I could easily make that Sunday night. And if not, I'll definitely make it by the end of next week to fully fund my federal taxes. It feels good knowing that my credit cards are finally completely caught up. And what else? My main goal is just to really make sure that I'm not going crazy when my husband is gone. First, with spending. This is more vulnerable than I feel like I should feel because I already share my finances on the internet. But several years ago, I got into a very bad spending problem with emotional spending. And I was just depressed and I literally just go to Target like every day and buy who even knows what. And then I have all this clutter and then I have, so, which makes me more depressed because I feel like I can't clean anything and I also just can't clean because I'm depressed and I also have ADHD that I didn't know I had, and it was a whole slew of things. But I got into quite a bit of debt, but it's all paid off. But I never went to get back there. So if you have tips, I guess, for what you do when you're feeling that way, let me know. One thing that I've kind of helped me last year when my husband was gone for a little while was anytime, I think at this point, like I'm aware of the emotional side of it. So another thing is just like, I think I'm just like craving dopamine. Maybe it's my ADHD side or just a general human side of things. But so it's like I'm sitting at home, I have nothing to do, I'm bored. Well, might as well go walk around Target. So now when I'm feeling that way, I'll like make myself an iced coffee, or right now I'm into iced matcha, and then I'll go on a walk with my dog. So I'm still walking, I'm getting my little treat, it's just not spending money. Or even I don't know, another thing that I used to do was like I would go buy a coffee, but I'd go sit at the library and like browse books. And then I am renting books, but it feels like you're buying them because you have this load of books. Do I actually read the books? No, usually not, honestly. But at least I'm getting that rush of feeling good, I guess. And if I do read, then great. But those are honestly, I'd like to say that I'm gonna work out more, because that's kind of like my next goal and thing that I know people say helps with like just everything in life is working out. But I don't know if I actually will do that realistically. So I'm not gonna set myself up for things that are actually too difficult to do. Like right now, I just need baby steps or like little things. Another thing that I've been kind of doing is I clean. I'll have a random task of like, I'm gonna declutter this closet. And then I declutter it and I'll tell myself, like, once this is decluttered, but not just decluttered, once you take the box to Goodwill and it is out of your car, then you can go buy whatever. So I've also kind of made rewards for myself. So those are kind of little things I do, but I'd love to hear your opinions, your advice of, maybe, I don't even know, I feel like all these things, I feel like I'm just rambling on. I feel like this video was everywhere, and I don't know why. But anyway, I would love to hear your opinions and advice of how you handle both, I guess, emotional spending and like how to prevent it, as well as, I guess, just general motivation. And if you do any little tricks like I mentioned, or yeah. Anyway, those are my ramblings. I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you next Friday. Let me know of your thoughts, opinions, advice, and everything in between. So have a wonderful week.